What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Jolly Roger podcast. It's been a little while since I specifically have been with you, and we're back at it again with some more stuff to talk about today. So, starting off today, we got all the fellas here, obviously, and then my question of the day. Just going to dive right into it. My question of the day is: if you could drink one drink for the rest of your life, other than water, what would it be and why? We'll go with Glance first.
Um, yeah, Diet Coke, brother.
I should have saw that one coming with pickles, right? With pickles.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pickles.
All right, Brian. I got $10 on what this one's gonna be.
It's got to be Tropicana Pink Lemonade.
Darn! I didn't get that right. No, I'm just kidding.
Big surprise, everybody. But
Yeah. All right, Temple. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I think mine's pretty obvious. B, so I guarantee you knows what it is, but it's Dr. Pepper.
I'm more of a Mr. Pibb guy personally.
I like.
What about Dr. Thunder?
Dr. Thunder, Mountain Lightning,
Dr.
Lightning. That's some
soda,
good stuff.
period. There's no question.
All right, B-So, what's up? Let's hear it.
I'll take coffee.
Black?
Just hot black
There's
coffee.
coffee. I can get whatever I want to put with it.
That's fair. All right, Ty.
Give me the orange Horatios.
Horatios?
Horatios?
Burrito.
Oh, there we go.
Doritos.
There we go.
Rebecca's crazy over there.
Oh man.
Someone got to tell Rebecca that. She doesn't see it.
Rebecca's gonna
Wait. No, cherry limeade. I changed it. Cherry limeade.
Oh, come on.
I changed cherry limeade.
Love that shit.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god.
For me, I would probably have to go with the lemonade from Chick-fil-A. That'd probably be my pick.
I like
Yeah. All right. So first on the list today, we got some really exciting topics to talk about. Biggest thing, in sports right now, I'd have to say is NBA playoffs. Just started. We're in the first round right now. Tons of things could happen, tons of scenarios. There's really no one cut, winner, I would say this year for the first time in forever. So, I just want to hear some predictions, like hot takes, anything you guys got. Let's hear them.
So what you got?
I don't have any hot takes at the moment, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, predictions. So Sixers in 6 against Nuggets.
All right. Ty looks like he's got something brewing up in that mind. Let's hear it.
Yeah. I got Milwaukee losing the first round in Game 7 to the Miami Heat.
That is so hot. That is straight off the freaking oven. Straight out of the oven.
I don't think that's that hot of a take. With Giannis hurt, I don't really know what the future is of that team.
They just smoked them by like 100 last night.
The future
in one game. In one game.
The future of the team,
you can never count a team with jingles on the roster out.
Yeah, Jimmy G's dangerous. You can't count that man out. Ever.
No, not Jimmy G. Jingles.
I was talking about Jimmy G. Joe Ingles.
Talking about Jingles.
Okay. I have the New York Knickerbockers beating Cleveland Cavaliers.
I honestly agree with that. I don't think that's that hot of a take.
I need Kale to shut the hell up. It's annoying me with the private story. I'm tired of the notifications. They're not going to win. Donovan Mitchell can't carry a team. He couldn't do it in Utah.
The thing is, though, is he shouldn't have to carry the Cavs. The Cavs, looking at a roster-to-roster comparison, right? The Cavs, like, clear as day, have a better roster. In my opinion.
Donovan Mitchell feels like he has to be the guy, and he really does.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they aren't trying to run the ball more through Mobley. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, they either have to put Randall down in the post to guard Jared Allen or put him on Mobley. And there's really no in between. So
you got a tip on that?
Viso.
You realize he has negative shot, right? Like he just cannot remotely shoot the ball. And if you put either Julius Randle or Mitchell Robinson on him, it completely solves it.
Robinson's a bum.
Well, then why is Mobley scoring?
I don't know. I haven't watched a single Cavs game, so I guess I can't really talk about it. But That's just that I did watch the first one while I was chowing on some Italian beef pizza at Riverside, so that was pretty good.
Oh,
What do you guys think about the Lakers series? What's going on there?
It's right inside my city, man. Come on.
It's going to 7.
Well, you see Dylan Brooks saying that LeBron's too old and talking.
Oh, he's about to get absolutely bitched.
Yeah.
Oh
Excuse my language, but he's about to get put in the blender.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good ending for Dylan Brooks.
Mickey's going to have 40 next game. Everyone go to Flip right now and take the over for Mickey points right now.
that is not financial advice.
No,
I don't know
that's
the
not.
stats.
Disclaimer, not financial advice.
Is there any status on Anthony Day-to-Day Davis?
He's playing.
He's playing.
Yeah, they probably shot him up with some cortisone or something. His arm came back to life.
Did you see the video of like all the injuries he's had to play through?
Yes.
Different things he's got to do.
Nah, it's definitely more than that too that were on the graphic. I couldn't believe it. All right, the last series, I got 2 more series I want to talk about. First, we're gonna go, to one near and dear to my heart. We're gonna go Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers. Let's hear it. What do you guys got on that?
Kawhi's not
Suns in 6.
Yeah, Kawhi's not.
Kawhi is not playing anymore. They don't have their 2 top options in Paul George and Kawhi now.
Russell Westbrook, number 1 option.
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear that again.
Ooh.
I think Russell Westbrook gets hot for 1 game in LA, and they take 1 in LA, and then they won't win another one. And I think the Suns will take it in 6.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
I agree. And as a Suns fan, the game 1 performance was absolutely pitiful. That was the most embarrassing game of basketball I've ever watched in my life. Terrence Mann, or whatever his name is, looked like the second coming of Michael Jordan in that game. And there was no reason for it. So I got Suns in 6, though.
I think Suns at 5, honestly. I mean, they're feeling it now. Devin Booker with that monster, 38-point performance. I mean, they're not taking the foot off the gas. When you have KD as your first option, Devin Booker your second option,
it doesn't matter. It depends on the game who's first and who's second. They don't know who to put their primary defender on. So, and then you have a guy like Torrey Craig who goes for
why? Why the primary defender
game? Like a guy like that can just at any moment light up the bench or light it up off the bench. So, all right, last series, probably the most exciting one of the playoffs so far. Kings Warriors. Got a lot of drama coming out of that one, so let's hear what you guys got for that as well.
The defending champs are getting swept. It's 4-0 Kings.
I think that the Warriors are about to get embarrassed in their brand new stadium.
If Draymond wasn't out tonight, would you say that the Warriors would win?
No.
No.
Yeah, they would.
They're winning tonight.
They'll be down in rebounds, but it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
the Warriors are winning tonight, personally.
I don't think that I could see it happening, but I'm not going to put everything on that just because that offense relies so much on Steph Curry. It is so apparent, especially at least in this playoff series, maybe not in the regular season. They have a lot of guys that can produce, but I feel like they've been trying to run everything through Steph Curry, which is understandable, but I don't know.
Nico, I have a question.
Yeah.
You just said the phrase "would not put everything on." What game would you put everything on?
What?
You just said you wouldn't put everything on that game.
I wouldn't doubt the Warriors winning.
Oh, interesting.
I think the Kings are going to win.
Do you guys agree with the Sabonis and Draymond, the Draymond suspension and the whole thing with the flagrants or whatever?
Well, I think that clearly Sabonis grabbed his leg, and there was no room for Draymond to go. And what comes up comes down, and it just happened to be on Sabonis' abs.
Okay.
That's what I got.
I'm gonna agree with you halfway there. I think Sabonis did grab his leg, but he wanted to make it look unintentional because he didn't want to get a foul called on himself, and he wanted to piss Draymond off without getting himself in issues. And Draymond did what he does, and Draymond got pissed and he stomped on him because Draymond has a history of being dirty. Steven Adams, for example. Draymond has a history of it. Draymond did it on purpose. He's going to deny that he did it on purpose, obviously. And Sabonis is going to deny that he grabbed his leg on purpose, but both happened. I think the suspension is ridiculous. I think it should have just been a fine, especially because it's the playoffs. But he still should have gotten ejected from the game. And yeah, that's my thought.
I agree. And, I saw a quote from, I think it was JJ Redick, who said that Sabonis had been like picking at Draymond the entire first 2 games, just trying to get something out of him. So as much as I don't think that he should have stomped on Sabonis was really trying to get it out of him, which, I mean, you could look at it as strategic, but you could also look at it as kind of cheap. So it depends on the way you look at it. I mean, honestly, I feel like it depends on which team you want to win, the way you view the situation too. So
Yeah, when I saw
all right.
Oh, go. Sorry.
We're gonna move on to the next topic here. NFL draft predictions. We got the NFL draft starting next week.
Time to put on the thinking cap.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh gosh.
Bitch.
So for this segment, I was thinking we could just go through, picks 1 and 10, give your opinion on who's going where, and yeah. So Panthers are on the clock with pick number 1.
Give me CJ Stroud.
I'm taking CJ Stroud or Bryce Young in the league.
I would personally take CJ Stroud, but for some reason I feel like the Panthers are going to take fucking Bryce Young.
Embiid's back in the game, by the way.
I until today would agree with you, but I did see a report that the top 4 quarterbacks in the draft did some test that helps determine their decision making in quick situations. And apparently CJ Stroud ranked and scored a considerable amount below the rest of them, which I found pretty interesting, to be honest, because I would have taken CJ Stroud first as well until I saw that, because in the NFL, I would say that's probably, what sets apart a good quarterback from a great one is being able to make those reads really quick. So I guess we'll just have to see what happens, but I would say probably Bryce Young, I guess now.
Interesting take, and very interesting. As a wise man once said, you pick a quarterback for your system, as all of you guys just simply did not pick. And the Panthers will be going with Anthony Richardson at number 1.
Yeah, because that fits their system.
That's awful.
They need a scrambling quarterback. Bryce Young is not him on the run.
Scrambling quarterback who's about as raw as a steak at the Julasco. I feel like the Panthers don't really want to develop a quarterback. I could see them taking him, to be honest, because I know that Frank Reich is really high on him. But
yeah,
if it were me, I would probably go with a more refined prospect now, just because it is very dependent on your coaching staff as well to be able to develop him into a good player. And I don't know with the new Panthers coaching staff if that's a good direction for them to go. But
interesting.
Yeah. All right. Pick number 2, we got the Houston Texans.
Bryce Young.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I would probably go CJ Stroud here now as well. I'm with you on that one, B. So Temple, what you got?
Well, because I took CJ Stroud 1, I didn't know that the decision-making thing was a test. I didn't see that. So yeah. I'm going to take Bryce Young at 2.
All right. We got some floppy right there, but number 3 to the Arizona Cardinals. Now, this is a very interesting pick. So let's hear what you guys got to say on this one.
I have the Colts trading the 3 and taking Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
As of now, being a former Cardinals fan, in the loss of J.J. Watt, you're going to need somebody on the front 4, and that pick is Will Anderson.
Okay.
Glenn's,
Brian, Temple.
I got Izzo's idea with the Colts, so I'm just gonna piggyback off that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that as well.
Wait, Corey, but who are they taking?
Richardson.
The quarterback that I picked is already drafted.
Not taking. Yeah, no, because Richardson's not going to the.
Why would they trade up?
What are you talking about? They're not.
I thought you just said the Colts.
What?
I thought you just said that you like the trade with the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who did the Colts take?
Yeah.
Richardson kid, right? Anthony Richardson.
I like that Colts trade as well. I could see that happening for sure, but I think that they're going to go with Will Levis. If the Colts trade up, I think that they'll take Levis.
I can see that too. I could see that.
I have read a lot of things saying that the Colts love Will Levis. So I'm not saying it's the right choice, but that's just a prediction. So.
I will say it is the wrong choice, in fact.
Yeah, I saw him in that Music City Bowl.
Wait,
number
Temple,
4 would be Temple. Temple, let's hear it.
I think I fucked up with taking the first 2 quarterbacks at 1 and 2 because I'm looking at mock drafts right now and a lot of them have Anthony Richardson going 1. Yeah. I knew Bezo was gonna react.
All right, well, this is our own mock draft.
It's a very not intelligent.
On any website.
What'd you say?
I just don't see Anthony Richardson going first on any website.
I can literally screen share you one right now if you want me to.
Interesting. What's this?
Is this a Temple? Would you say that this is a credible source?
Yeah.
Is this Wikipedia?
It's posted on NFL.com.
That's not credible.
Okay.
.org or .com?
Yeah, is it .org or Google Scholar on this?
All right, number 4 will be the
ChatGPT.
Arizona Cardinals this time. We got to keep the train moving here. So number 4 to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm gonna say I think what Ty did last pick with Will Anderson was pretty good, but I honestly could see it. I think that they'll take Tyree Wilson at number 4.
Yeah, that could go either way. I agree.
Meats, I have a question.
I would love to hear your question.
Wait, did you agree with the Colts trade? I'm blanking.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so the Arizona Cardinals will be at number 4 then. And I have them taking Tyree Wilson. Anybody else got anything to add here?
Will Anderson.
All right.
I can see that.
It'll be Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
Could have been Jalen Carter.
Could have.
Yeah, but instead he decided, to be an idiot and get into legal trouble. So
Like Michael Williams. Yeah.
all right. Number 5 to the Seahawks. Biso, let's start with you, buddy.
All right.
It's got to be Tyree Wilson. I would love Jalen Carter, but Tyree Wilson's that guy if Will Anderson goes. It's either one or the other.
Yeah.
But I would have preferred Jalen Carter, but he's gone in some trouble.
I'm gonna agree with you on that one. It's interchangeable. So I have the Seahawks picking Will Anderson just because I have the Cardinals picking Tyree Wilson to pick before. So
I'm gonna agree with you, Mitsa. It's whoever goes first is.
yeah, it's the other ones right after.
Yeah, the other one's right after.
That's the position of need also. So
Corey, Glands, Ty, anybody?
I'm sticking with Tyree Wilson. I agree with
All right.
that.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous here.
All right, cool. Number 6 to the Detroit Lions.
Give it to me. Okay. This can go a lot of ways, in my opinion. I can see us trading the pick for picks down the road. I can see us drafting Jalen Carter to buff up that front 4 with what's his case, Aiden Hutchinson. I can also see Paris Johnson to buff up the O-line too.
I see a few directions you're going there. I don't
Paris
think
Johnson.
I don't think that getting Jalen Carter in Detroit would be a very good idea. Personally,
Dominican 2 part 2.
I just think that would be
I'm gonna have to disagree with you here, Ty. I don't think that they are going to trade the pick. I think that they need to stay here because I believe that whoever they take here is gonna, has a chance to really put them over that top that they need to be, the NFC North's, top team. I think that they either go with the last quarterback on the board, which for me would be Anthony Richardson, have him sit behind Goff.
Oh, I don't like that.
Or what I think they will actually do is I think they're going to go corner here and pick Devon Witherspoon out of Illinois.
I don't.
On Witherspoon?
All right, B. So since you got such an opinionated,
Have you heard
take
of
on
Christian Gonzalez?
I like Devon Witherspoon better.
Devon Witherspoon is a
it's
better
on- it's
cornerback.
So that's on my
undoubtedly
mock
the number
draft.
one defensive back. What?
That's on my mock draft. Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah,
He's
number
looking
6.
Good. He's looking good.
He's really good.
Please go to number 7 already.
All right, Las Vegas Raiders. Oh God,
They just need everything.
They have so many
pretty much.
goddamn problems.
Offensive line.
Yeah, I could see them going Van Ness here. I could see them going O-line. Honestly, I think that they just go best on the board.
Yeah.
I think that they just go best available player.
And that
Yeah.
should not be a top 10 pick.
Wait,
Dude,
Luke.
I just heard
I
Lucas
agree with
Van
you,
Ness.
but the Raiders aren't a very smart team.
They're gonna take Jalen Carter. It runs in the Raiders family.
That is an awful idea. That is probably quite possibly the dumbest pick that they could make in the entire draft.
It's the Raiders. You got to remember. They like
It's the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
All right, let's keep it moving.
All right, Atlanta Falcons. I honestly don't know much about this, to be honest.
nothing.
If
I don't
I'm
know
going
much about
off,
the Falcons.
if I'm going off positions here, Desmond Ritter, AJ Terrell, but no
Well-
defense, no defensive line. Unless I'm
Uh,
blanking. Unless I'm completely blanking.
Do you know who their defensive tackle is? He may have made the
What?
Pro Bowl here recently.
I actually don't know. I'm
All
dead
right.
ass.
Okay.
I completely forgot. But if it is number 8, Miles Murphy.
Interesting. All right. I
That's a good pick.
this is a very hot take, but I honestly think that they're going to go receiver here, get another receiver with Drake London. I could see them taking either Quentin Johnston or Jackson Smith, whatever the last part is. I don't know how to say that, but one of those two. Johnson just more of a big, imposing, deep threat receiver, where Drake London kind of has the same body type as Jackson Smith. So that's why I think that they could go Quentin Johnston there, just because get more of versatility in that receiver room.
All right, let's make these last 2 picks quick.
Drake London's not supposed to go in the first round, by the way.
All right. Number 9, going Bears on the clock.
They're probably going to do some dumb shit and get like Marvin Harrison Jr.
I wouldn't be surprised. They need an offensive tackle though, so I think they go with
I know,
Peter
exactly.
Skoronski or Paris Johnson.
I agree
They
with
need
that
an
take,
offensive line.
Temple.
They're going to get a receiver. That's what they do.
Please
They
do
don't
not
need
draft
a
a
fucking
receiver for
receiver.
the love of Christ.
If they
For the
if they
love
draft
of
a
God.
receiver, I'm joining One Pride.
Yeah.
Can I make a statement?
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. is not allowed to enter the draft.
But he was.
No.
He's still a year.
I don't think he's old enough or something like that.
I thought he was like going crazy because he thought he should stay another year. Maybe I'm bugging.
For this pick, if I were the Bears, I would trade down. I would trade back again, get more future picks. But if they decide not to do that, I think that they're either going to go O-line and Skoronski or Paris Johnson. Or I really hope they don't do this, but Jalen Carter. I've seen a lot of reports. I don't want that to happen because I just don't. He's a good player, but the off the field issues just are not. That's just scary, especially before you're even in the NFL. It's such a red flag.
O-line. Oh, please O-line.
For the
All right,
love of God,
fellas.
O-line.
This is a hot take, but I honestly think this guy can go either 9 or 10, and it's Bijan Robinson.
Okay, go to number 1 pick.
I have Bijan Robinson going at 10 to the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles have any other glaring holes, so they just pick, the best. I mean, other than running back, because they lost their number 1 running back, I don't see a reason why they wouldn't take the chance on him when they don't have another need. So,
All
right. Anybody else got anything on that, or are we good to move on?
We're going to move on.
All right, cool. MLB, Temple, Biso. Let's tee one off here.
Look at my laundry list, please.
All right. So the most recent news in the MLB was Max Scherzer getting ejected last night for sticky substance in the 4th inning. I think this might have to be fact checked, but I think he's the 3rd pitcher since they came out with the sticky substance rule to get ejected. and he just got given a 10-game suspension, but he has to appeal it, or he's going to appeal it because I personally don't think he did it because he's a seasoned veteran and he's never like had evidence of ever using it. So I just don't know why a guy who's towards the end of his career and hasn't done it before, why would he start now, especially in the 4th inning after he's already been checked multiple times. But that's me. But standing wise, the Cubs are hot right now. Let's go, baby. 10 of the last 13.
Very, very. It's good to see.
10 of the last
very,
13.
very, very good to see.
Belly's getting hot. You love to see it. That 1-year deal's working out.
Tumble, I can't wait for that hot dog, buddy.
Oh.
Pause.
Whoa.
Pause again.
Hey, chill.
Whoa, whoa.
It depends.
Don't need to relax, bro.
Rays are hot. Braves are hot. Tatis is coming back, I think, tonight or tonight or tomorrow. I think Tatis is coming back for the Padres. So they'll start heat up. Other than that, Visa, you got anything?
How about them
pitch
Phillies,
clock
girl?
needs to be taken away.
What'd you say?
The pitch clock is
Let's hear
ruining
about
us.
them Phillies.
Oh, is my mic not working?
No, it is.
No, you're good. You're good. It's working. I heard you. The pitch clock. I agree. It needs to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because
It makes baseball
the two
way more
teams in the
enjoyable
World
to watch
Series.
on TV.
Mm-hmm.
the two teams that made the World Series are both under 500. It does not make remotely any sense.
It's the MLB did it. Obviously to speed up games, but at the same time, it's more runs are getting scored because pitchers have to pitch faster than they're used to. Like as I said previously, all the aces are getting lit up because most of them are pitching over 20 seconds and they have to pitch under that now. So they're all getting lit up. So more runs are being scored, which obviously makes baseball more entertaining. The MLB is making more money, so they won't take it away. But even it's just I don't like it personally.
I think it's just a matter of timing. Like it's the first year of the new rule. I think within a few seasons, you'll see a lot more teams being more adjusted to it. Pitchers, understanding how to, handle that. But I mean, like you said, in this year, it's just really hard on the players just because it's so new and really, hard on their arms specifically. So
it's going to be hard for a lot of the older, like veteran guys to get used to, I feel like, because they've been used to no pitch clock for so long. I feel like
they got more mileage on their arm too. Like it's going to be harder. I feel like pitchers are going to have a way shorter shelf life now. So
the older ones are doing the best right now. Like
Really?
Sonny Gray, who has not
Really?
been relevant in years, is like a 0.8 ERA. Marcus Stroman is
Really?
like a 0.7. But the most Reds old pitcher of all time, like Anthony DeSclafani, is top like 6 in ERA. Like it makes no
Really?
sense.
Really?
Wow.
That's surprising.
dang.
You would have figured it'd be the other way around. It'd be the younger guys who are figuring it out
Yeah,
because
I
they're
would
so
agree.
much newer to the league.
All right. Next topic, we got the Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fight. Now, Glans, I want you to just, get us into the
Fires
ring
me
with this
up.
one.
It fires me up big time. This is probably the biggest fight in terms of pay-per-view you'll see within the last 10 years. And
Dude, I disagree with that.
what
All fighting, I think that
what other fight was bigger in the last 10 years?
anything with McGregor,
That's not
Khabib.
That's just simply not true.
I mean, I don't really know. But
Like,
what was that one
no,
fight?
what
What
was
was it?
it?
McGregor and Mayweather?
McGregor Mayweather, that was 2013, so it was past 10 years ago.
That was in 2013.
Oh my God.
There's no way that was in
Ago.
2013.
Oh wait, I'm talking about sorry, Mayweather and Pacquiao. Mayweather McGregor was in 2017.
Okay, yeah, that
But
sounds more.
I think this is gonna pass it by a bit. But in terms of like raw boxing, like this is the biggest fight you'll see, and then in like a 10-year span, like that we're in, like 10 years forward, 10 years back. Yeah, two young guys with undefeated records, with everything to lose. So I mean, you could have just kept building up your record and fighting, shit cans like water boys and building your record and getting paydays, but they're all risking it in this one fight. Someone's always got to go. What, Bisa?
I would like to argue your 10-year recency. I would like to say the first Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight was probably one of the biggest events in like just recent 5 to 10 year history in sports.
I agree.
Because that just started like the biggest, one of the biggest rivalries.
I agree it is one of the
I said all of sports.
Okay, well, that's what I mean. Like one of the biggest events.
I think this fight's very popular with like TikTok and like YouTube people.
Yeah, because Ryan Garcia, didn't he like pretty much get like noticed
I
from
agree
TikTok?
with that, but this is a big fight just with boxing purists in general. Just because it's very like based on like it's very a stylistic fight. Like it's based on their two guys like just their raw talent. And you know, if Ryan can get him out of there in the first 6 rounds, that's probably his likely path to victory. And Tank Davis's likely path to victory is to get Ryan tired and take him into deep waters in the last 6 rounds. So that's my prediction is if Ryan wins, you'll see it in the first 6 rounds. If Tank wins, you'll see it in the last 6 rounds. That's what I got.
This man is educated. He knows what he's talking about. Holy.
That's all.
Anybody else got anything on the fight? Yeah, I don't really know much about boxing. I'm more of a UFC guy personally, but all right. So the last thing I have on the list here, I'm gonna give you guys a little situation here. Not gonna use any names, just kind of, bland. And I want to hear your guys' opinion about it at the end. So imagine you start a business, right? It becomes wildly successful, world famous, but you have to do a ton of traveling, for meetings and upkeep with the business. You become really old, you can't handle that anymore. You decide you don't want to do the meetings. So the rest of the company decides to find somebody else who can handle, the constant travel, but you still want to be a part of the company that you started, right? When you say that you want to do that, the rest of everybody else wants to take everything away from you that you helped to start and give you, a tiny little piece of the puzzle, even though it was yours to begin with. What, who do you agree with the company and the businessmen on that? Or are you, taking the side of the businessman who helped start it and who wants to, tone it back on the traveling and kind of take a more reserved role?
I personally would sign with the businessman on that because I don't think it's fair for him when he's like, yeah, I'm like, I can't handle it anymore. I just want to take a step back from it, but I still want to be a part of it because he's been there since the beginning, helped create it, helped found it, helped just build it. And the fact the business wants to take that away and be like, nope, you're done. It's just not okay.
Anybody else? You all agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, currently going on right now is a lawsuit between Mick Mars, who's the guitar player of Motley Crue, my favorite band, and the rest of the band. And after last summer's tour, which I attended, talk about that another day. But he announced that he would be retiring from touring on the road, and he has ankylosing spondylitis, which is a degenerative bone disease, which basically glues your bones together. So he has a really hard time moving around, and he wanted to retire from only touring, right? Not from working in the studio, not playing, one-off shows here and there, just being on the road constantly, going city to city in a month period, back to back to back. And when he said this, the band, they were like, okay. And they replaced him with a guitar player named John Five, who is fantastic. But it has come out recently after Mick Mars, is filing a lawsuit against the band that they basically took away all of, the stock or percent of the band, all the profit that he would usually get. They basically took it all away from him. He went from 25, a quarter for each member, of all earnings and profits, and they put it down to 5%, even though he's doing everything else but touring. And I understand that touring is where a lot of the money comes from, but when all of the material that they play on tour, he was the one that created it, it doesn't seem very logical to me. So now that you guys hear the actual story, do you guys have any thoughts or opinions?
Well, I'm I like Motley Crue a little bit also. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cord.
yeah. Wasn't also Mick Mars? Didn't he create the band name?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So to me, this is what you call bullshit. You know, I mean, dropping him 20%, like really, like, come on.
And they called that 5% generous.
Yeah.
They said that it was nice of them to even give him that because he was not touring with the band.
That's ridiculous. Well, I mean, those are supposed to be his like brothers and stuff, and they've been through like everything, and then like, yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, for crying out loud, he basically like kept that band together and kept the rest of them alive in the 80s when they were doing heroin and stuff. Don't do drugs, kids. But, you know, he was the only one with their heads screwed on straight. And this is how they repay him. So, I don't know.
It's ridiculous.
I would still side with Mick, but I do like his percent should come down a little bit because obviously, as you said, most of the money's coming from touring. So it still should come down a bit, but they shouldn't drop it as much as they did.
That's what I'm saying. Like I had that same exact mindset, but then I thought about the fact that every single song that they were playing on that tour, he was the one in the studio that recorded it, put it on the album, and made it famous to the point where that they could even go on tour and sell out shows because he was the one that put it on the records that sold and, you know, gained a fan base. So while I agree it should be dropped a little bit, I don't think that it should be that much, maybe like 5%, you know, 7.5%. I don't think it should be anything below 15.
I agree with that. I agree with that statement 100%.
Go ahead, Biso.
You got
Logically speaking, he is basically the source of income for the band. And I think it was already generous of him for it to be an even 25 split. I could have easily seen him like keeping like 35 to 40% of all income because he's the one making everything. He basically has, I don't know, is he the one who like founded or / created the band?
They all technically founded the band, but he created the name and had his friends were the ones that initially invested the money in the band so that they could buy equipment and, you know, have money to like get to shows and stuff. So pretty much they wouldn't exist and have become a band without him.
So, I mean, I would say it should have been around 35 to 30 before. Since it seems like he's a pretty nice dude, and that they could have dropped it down to an even quarter split for all of them now.
Yeah, I just think it's a really messy situation, and I would encourage anybody to read up on it because it's really interesting. But yeah. So that's all I got for that. And I think that's all we got for today's episode. So does anybody have anything else they want to add, you know, here at the end?
Sixers in 6.
no.
One pride, baby.
No.
It's
You'll
Brooklyn
believe it
Bridges
when you
style.
see it. Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, how'd you like that dunk the other night?
I'd like to check the scoreboard.
Embiid's a very big Christian man now after getting baptized like that.
I would like to see who's number 1 in MVP right now.
Mike, so
I agree. I agree with you. Embiid deserves.
You know a lot about baptisms, huh?
It's up. There's a parlay of the night tonight. It's over 2.5 posters on Meat Girl.
Unbelievable.
Just so
I'm taking the over.
We do go live on Twitch. So
Twitches will be linked in the description below. Check them out.
we play 2K. It's fun. It's a blast. Come watch.
We're not good. Don't have expectations. It's fun.
Don't do that, Meat Girl.
I said we as a team, as a collective unit.
We.
We'll just say there's a skill gap.
Hey, bro.
There is a huge skill gap.
But yeah,
all right.
We debate on stuff. It's fun. It's a good.
Maybe tune into the next stream for the Air Pirate versus Beast Girl 1-on-1.
Oh, mark your calendars, everybody.
Yeah.
You can call me out.
Forget Garcia.
I'll even get out of bed
Tank.
for it.
Forget Tank and Garcia. Be so pirate 1-on-1 in the park.
Forget Chris G.
What?
This is Biso and Pirate now. Chris G and Biso, not this. That's in the past. Now it's Pirate and Biso.
I love
Can't
it.
wait.
We love it.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.